Hello everyone, this is Ketish here. In this video, I'm going to go through the AQA Combined Science Biology Foundation here, paper 2. Question number 5 is on homeostasis and response topic. Homeostasis is the control of internal body conditions. So they're defining what homeostasis is to control how our body actually controls the internal conditions. Control of body temperature is an example of homeostasis. Draw one line, right? Make sure you're only drawing one line from each part involved in temperature control to the function of that part. So part involved in temperature control. So we've got the brain, muscle, and receptor, and the functions: changes air temperature outside the body, contracts to increase body temperature, coordinates information about body temperature, detects changes in skin temperature. So what does the brain do here? The brain coordinates information about body temperature. It actually tells, right, which part of the body is actually feeling cold or warm. The muscles contract. So what do the muscles do? Muscles contract to increase body temperature. So this is why we shiver when we are cold. Receptors detect changes. So these words, right? Receptors detect changes in the skin. So receptors, any type of receptors, always detect. Brain and the spinal cord always coordinates. The muscles always contract. So those are the key words that you need to pay attention to. Changes air temperature outside the body. Well, we can't change the air temperature outside the body. That depends on the weather. Why is homeostasis important? Tick 2 boxes. So again, you have to have 2 ticks for 2 answers. To allow cells to function properly. Yes, without homeostasis, the cells will not function properly, meaning that your body temperature needs to be maintained. Otherwise, your cells will not work because the enzymes will not work properly. To change body temperature to match air temperature, not necessarily to decrease water levels in the body throughout the day. No. To maintain the optimum conditions for enzymes. Yes. Right. Right. Optimum conditions are mainly to do with maintaining a correct pH level and the temperature. The body temperature of a long distance swimmer can change with the length of time swimming in cold water. Figure 5 shows how the body temperature of one swimmer changed in the first 4 hours of a 6-hour swim. So imagine someone swimming across the English Channel between UK and France non-stop, right? So people have actually done it, right? So their body temperature usually starts off at 37 degrees, and the longer you stay in the water, slowly your body temperature is going to go down. So as you can see, in the first hour, it hasn't actually decreased by much. So it's starting at 34 and it's going to 35. So there's 10 boxes. So each box is 0.1 degrees. So 0.1 degrees. So the first box. So if I mark this point, just one box after 35, it'll be 35.1. So 35.2, this is 35.5, and that's 36. So describe the trend shown in figure 6. What's actually happening here? The longer as the time swimming in hours increases, the body temperature in degrees Celsius decreases. So as, or you could let's say the body temperature decreases with increasing time. Now, the main word that we are looking for is, have you stated that it's actually decreasing? But you have to describe it. So you have to compare the body temperature with the time. Hence, these two parts of the answer is also important. Determine the change in body temperature in the first 4 hours of the swim. So what happened to the body temperature in the first 4 hours? So you can see at 4 hours, the body temperature is over here, which is, like I said, that is going to be 35.5, and starting at 37, so it's dropped down by 1.5 degrees Celsius. So 37 minus 35.5 gives you 1.5 degrees Celsius. Hypothermia is a dangerously low body temperature of 35 degrees or colder. So our normal body temperature is around 37. So if your body temperature goes below 35, we call it hypothermia. Predict when the swimmer was first at risk of hypothermia. You should extend the line on figure 6. So they're asking us to extend the line. That's why it's 2 marks. So let's see if we can do that. So you would want to actually turn the paper around so you can draw this properly. Now I'm going to try and actually do this. There you go. Right, that's most probably like it. If you have a ruler, you could actually slightly bend the ruler along this line and actually trace it along. So about, what was the question? So predict when the swimmer was first at risk of hypothermia. So as you can see, from the way I have actually drawn, that person is going to reach around 35 degrees Celsius. So I'm not looking at this point. So they're saying when they reach 35 degrees is somewhere there. So this is 4.5, and that's one more box, 4.6, around 4.6 hours. So 4.6 hours, they're asking it in hours, so the scale is in hours. Now your answer depends on the way you draw the line, and they're giving a range. Any answer between 4.3 to 4.8 will give you 2 marks, provided you have actually drawn the line on the graph. If you haven't drawn the line, you just simply get 1 mark. Swimming in cold water decreases the insulin concentration in the blood. Complete the sentence. Choose the answer from the box. Insulin is produced by the pancreas. Insulin is a hormone. Which organ system produces hormones? Now, we have different types of organ systems, like the reproductive system, circulatory system. The organ system that produces hormones is called the endocrine system. Endocrine system. Complete the sentence. Again, choose the words from the box. Decrease stays the same, increase. When insulin concentration in the blood increases, blood glucose concentration will decrease. Remember, I'm pretty sure you know someone who's got diabetic, usually they have to have insulin injections after they eat or just before they eat. Why? Well, when we eat, our blood sugar level actually goes up, so we inject insulin to actually bring it down. So when insulin concentration in the blood increases, the blood glucose concentration will decrease. Give one risk factor for type 2 diabetes. Now, type 2 diabetes, there's 2 types, type 1 and type 2. Type 2 diabetes leads to obesity or being overweight. That brings us to the end of question number 5. I will see you in question number 6.